Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back. I'm gonna start doing predictions again. Back for my UFC 100 predictions. There we go. Back for my UFC 100 prediction. My UFC 100 predictions. This is a big card, very good card in my opinion. I'm probably gonna order it. I don't order many cards before I order this card though. Sorry if I start a little bit. I took medication for some stuff, so apologize if I stutter, but I'm not gonna try to. I'll start with the bottom card real quick. Shane Garrity will win via we'll go guillotine. CBWA versus Tom Lawler. TKO for CBWA. Dong Kim will win via name decision against TJ Grant. John Jones will beat Jake O'Brien via split decision. I take split decision. Jim Miller was going to beat Matt Danzig. Matt Danzig is going to be out of the UFC. Mark Coleman versus Stephen Bonner. I'm going to go with the upset. I think Coleman's going to better. He has better wrestling. And Stephen Bonner is very good on the ground stand up wise, but I don't know. For some reason, I see Coleman winning. I want to see that upset for some reason. So, main card, Yoshiro Akiyama versus Alan Belcher. I'm a huge Akiyama fan. I'm a huge fan of him since Dream and Pride back in the day. He's a very good judo practitioner, very good knockout power. He's 12 and 1 right now. It says the UFC. I'm looking at UFC.com. He's 12 and 1. I think he's like 15 and 1. I'm not sure. Going against Alan the Talent Belcher, who's I believe on a 2-fight winning streak, losing to Jason Day, getting his ass whooped by Jason Day. Before that, he was beating Caleb Starnes and submitted to Sean Salmon. Before that, lost to Kendall Grove, knocked out Jorge Santiago, and then lost to Yushin Okami's debut fight. His last fight was against Dennis King, which he choked out Dennis King. Very upsetting, in my opinion. It's kind of upset, but Alan Belcher is a well-rounded guy. He's very good jiu-jitsu, good conditioning. He's got good cardio. His KO power is unbelievable. You didn't see the Jorge Santiago fight where he knocked him out with a beautiful head kick. Check it out. It's a really good knockout. I can see this going more into it. I think Akiyama, in the past has been problems greasing. Um, Also, Belcher has good KO power, but so does Akiyama. And I'm going to go with Alan Belcher this fight. I don't think Akiyama is going to. I mean, a lot of guys that come from Pride or Dream come to Dream come to Dream to the UFC is not very good. They're not very well talented. They're not used to the cage, kind of like Crow Cop was, or Vanderlei, for example. Vanderlei fought in the UFC before, but he's not as good as he was in Pride. I'm gonna take Alan Belcher will fight this fight probably via maybe Nat. I'm gonna go with second round TKO. I'm gonna go with Alan Belcher second round TKO. Next fight, Dan Henderson or Hollywood Henderson or whatever you want to call him gets Michael Count Bisping. Sure, Dan Henderson, one of my favorite fighters of all time. Dan Henderson, he's a very good 38 years old, 24 and 7, KO power in both hands, which he does. He's currently 4 and 2 in the UFC. He fought twice in UFC 17 the same night. He's fought Rampage, lost to him, and lost to Anderson Silva via rear naked choke. And then he fought Paul Harris, which he beat, and then he beat Rich Franklin via split decision. This is going to be a very good fight. I mean, this is a fight I'm looking forward to more than the other fights, for sure. Michael Bisping, on the other hand, a lot of people say he's underrated. In my opinion, he's kind of underrated, but he's also overrated. It's kind of difficult to explain. He's got good stand, good heart, but not really good heart, but he's just a cocky bastard. So he lost against Rashad Evans. He's beaten really nobody to me. He's beat Elvis Senesic, Eric Schaefer, Josh Haynes, Matt Hamill, Charles McCarthy, Jason Day, and Chris Liebman. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of those 4 guys I just list, they're out of the UFC, so he hasn't really fought anybody, in my opinion. This is his biggest test of the day, and in my opinion, I'm going to go Dan Henderson. I think Dan Henderson is going to put the pressure on him, really show why he's one of the top 185ers and 205ers in the world. I can see him go one or two ways. I think him knocking him out is one way. One way to do it. Other way you can do it is. One way you can do it is either go in for the takedown, just basically hold him, pray him, or just start slugging with Michael Bisping. Because Michael Bisping, I don't think he's able to slug with him at all. If Michael Bisping stands there and just starts trading with Dan Henderson, he's going to get knocked out very quickly. So, at the same time, I see Bisping countering a lot more, kind of like he did with Chris Liebman. It's going to be like Chris Liebman. I don't think Dan Henderson's not Chris Liebman. People need to understand that. And I think You know, this is going to be a very interesting fight, but I'm going to take Dan Harrison via unanimous decision. I think it's going to be a very good fight, but Michael Bisping is going to get overpowered and just controlling the fight. I don't know why it's on the main card when John Jones is not on the main card, but I don't know. John Fitch versus Paul Tiago. John Fitch 22-3 in one no contest. His only loss in the UFC was against George St. Pierre on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fight winning streak. And then losing to George St. Pierre very badly. And then beating Saying Gono out of the UFC basically. And he gets ass by Dan Hardy. Paul Tiago, on the other hand, 11-0. He's a 5'11". His first fight in the UFC was very shocking because a lot of people were thinking Josh Koscheck, would just dominate him, and he knocked the fuck out. He knocked the living crap out of Josh Koscheck really bad. He's 28 years old. I'm reading his strengths on the UFC, and it's very focused and strong chin. You really didn't see much for him against the fight. He just knows he throws awkward style. He's an awkward striker. At the same time, you know, you can see it. You can also see Paul Tiago has, I think, better ground skills than John Fitch jiu-jitsu wise. But I'm gonna go with John Fitch via TKO. I think he's gonna finish him to avenge Josh Koscheck, who he trains with. I'm gonna say that. I think John Fitch is gonna do very well in this fight. I think he's gonna do definitely a good amount of damage to Paul Tiago. He's gonna control the base of him, control the base wrestling, stand up and trade with him, and then possibly one of them will get knocked out. And I see John Fitch winning the fight via TKO. Next fight, George St. Pierre versus Thiago Alves. Thiago Alves 22-4. George St. Pierre 18-2. Thiago Alves, on the other hand, is a very good fighter. He's got some great Muay Thai. 22-4. I'm trying to rush a little bit. Striking, he's got very good jiu-jitsu. He's lost to John Fitch and Spencer Fisher. Tennessee's been on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fight winning streak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by TKO or due to stoppage. And he beat John Alessi by name decision and Josh Koscheck his last fight. He is a very young guy. He's one of my favorite fighters. I've liked him since he fought Spencer Fish. That was an amazing fight. If you haven't seen that fight, check it out. It was a back and forth fight, but in the end, he got caught in submission. George St. Pierre 18-2. I know his weakness is strikers because Matt Serra knocked his ass out. If you can tell, I'm not a big George St. Pierre fan at all. He lost to Matt Serra and lost to Matt Hughes. He's been on a 5 fight winning streak. His last fight was against BJ Penn. She beat them. Shout out BJ Penn. I'm gonna go with Thiago Alves by KO. First round KO. That's what I'm gonna do. It's first round KO. This fight, next fight, main event, of course, will be very interesting. Frank Mir versus Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is 3-1. Frank Mir is 12-3. Same height, different weight, of course. Frank Mir is more technical. He's one of my favorite heavyweights of all time because he's awesome and he's got good jiu-jitsu. First fight I ever watched in MMA was him against Tank Abbott. Awesome fight. He lost to Brandon Vera, Mauricio Cruz, Ian Freeman. Those are all strikers except one, which is a jiu-jitsu guy, and it's Mauricio Cruz. He's on a 3-fight winning streak, beating Antonio Hard Knock, Brock Lesnar, and Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira, knocking him out. When Nogueira was not even supposed to be able to fight, in my opinion, he shouldn't even fought at all. He's fighting Brock Lesnar, the WWE champion or the UFC champion now, which is retarded. I don't even like saying that. His last fight was against Frank Mir. He lost to Frank Mir, beat the shot Heath Herring, and then knocked out Randy Torres, 43 or 44 years old. I can see it going in two ways. A, Brock Lesnar controlling him again and really using his wrestling to his advantage. And just basically holding him, ground and pounding him, and doing like we did with Heath Herring. Or he can do like we did with Randy and stand in trade with Frank Mir and possibly get knocked out. But I see Frank Mir win this fight. I don't see Brock winning this fight. If he does win, I'll be very shocked. But if he does win this fight, take on I would see him fight Nogueira. That'd be interesting. So alright guys, peace. And I'm back by the way too, so I'm back.